Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and bow your heads in prayer for today's invocation.
Dear Lord, thank you so much for today and for the opportunity to play and compete. I ask that you bless both teams on the field today and that you give them the confidence and passion to play for you. I ask that you watch over all the coaches, parents, officials, and players here today, and we thank you for all the opportunities that you give us, Lord, and for loving us unconditionally. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. It's now time to meet today's starting lineups. First for our visitors from Harrogate, Tennessee, in the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitter. Leading off the shortstop, number 34, Captain Harvey. Batting second, the right fielder, number 30, Austin Epperson. Hitting third, the designated hitter, number 7, Joey LaMattina.
Good afternoon from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex as Carson-Newman returns home and will try to continue its unbeaten start at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. The Eagles are 9-0 and have matched the best home start in the program's modern history, matching that mark that was done 9-0 in 1993. A win in the series opener against Lincoln Memorial today will give Carson-Newman its 10th consecutive home win to start the 2025 season. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us here on the Eagles Sports Network on Flow Sports as number 21, Carson-Newman, takes on Lincoln Memorial's Rail Splitters, who are 8-7 and 3-3 in the South Atlantic Conference this season. The Eagles are ranked in the NCBWA poll for the first time in 6 seasons. Last time the Eagles were ranked, it was the first week of March in 2019, and Tom Griffin's team has been terrific in this first month of the year, and well-deserved are in the top 25. How do the Eagles respond? Well, they fell on Tuesday at Young Harris 10-4 in a midweek contest with the Mountain Lions, but have had a lot of success in South Atlantic Conference play, where they'll continue their week and final game of February with Lincoln Memorial today. The Eagles 12-3 and 5-1 in the South Atlantic Conference, including back-to-back wins against Newberry last weekend in what was close games, despite a 14-6 score in the middle game and then a 3-2 finale. The Eagles dropped the series opener and responded well against the Wolves to win that series, and now we're back at home today against the Rail Splitters. Perfect day for baseball here in Jefferson City. 60 degrees, the sun shining, no clouds in the sky. And Ryan Higgins is on the bump for Carson-Newman to make his 5th start of the year. Right-hander winds, and our first pitch will come across 2 minutes early, and it's fouled back by Caston Harvey, the best hitter that Lincoln Memorial will send to the plate in terms of numbers. He's averaging a .362 mark with a team-high 21 hits as Higgins winds and is 0-1 offering. This is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike with Higgins facing Harvey. One home. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat up toward the middle where Cole Nathan collects and fires to first. and Caston Harvey retired on a 4-3 putout. And the Eagles get 3 pitches from Higgins to get the first out of the top of the first. Cole Nathan and Ryan Jenkins make up Carson-Newman's middle of the infield, with Logan Floyd at first base and Aiden Gibson back at third. Nicholas Castellana catches Higgins. Seth Benner makes his 3rd start in left this year, with Trey Miller in center field and Spencer Williams out in right. Higgins' first pitch to Austin Epperson is outside for a ball. Epperson hitting just 200. This is his 9th appearance in 16 games. And his 8th start. 5 hits in 25 at-bats. 1-0 is low on a fastball from Higgins. 2 balls, no strikes. Rail Splitters were picked 3rd in the conference's preseason poll, but off to a 3-3 start in league play. Took 2 of 3 from Limestone and only got 1 against Wise last weekend. Swing and a miss by Epperson, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Lincoln Memorial's right fielder. Swinging from the left side as Higgins winds and is 2-1 offering home. Outside fastball, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Higgins has been special at the start of his sophomore season for Carson-Newman as he readies in 3-1 home to Epperson's foul back, and it's a full count. The right-hander in 4 starts has 3 wins and a loss, and over 24 1/3 innings pitched has only allowed 1 earned run. 2 runs have scored, only 1 is earned. And he's got 24 strikeouts and 7 walks. That earned run came last time out against Newberry. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Good slider from Higgins. Epperson swings over top of it, and that's the first punch out for Higgins. Higgins is 25th of the year, and CN's quickly got 2 up and 2 down against LMU's batting order. In steps the three-hitter in the DH for LMU, Joey Lamentina, and he swings and misses at Higgins' slider for a strike. 0-1. The sophomore right-hander quickly back to work as he gets into his windup in the 0-1 offering. Another slider popped foul back behind home, and it's 0-2 quickly on Lincoln Memorial's DH, who is also batting 200 and making his 8th start of the year. Just 1 RBI for Lamatina so far this season. He's behind 0-2 on Higgins, who winds and fires. Fastball on the corner, called strike 3. A 1-2-3 first for Ryan Higgins, and he gets back-to-back punch-outs to send the Rail Splitters down in order. Quality start to the series opener for Carson-Newman, and its bats come to the plate for the first time when we return on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Ryan Jenkins, Spencer Williams, and Logan Floyd will lead off the bottom of the first for Carson-Newman. 1-2-3 in the batting order for CN against LMU's starting pitcher in the form of right-handed sophomore Eli Eads. He is a junior, rather, not a sophomore, junior from Maynardville, Tennessee, and he has gotten progressively better in terms of how long he's been able to pitch in his 4 starts leading up to this 5th start of his season. His first start, he went 4 innings. His second one, he went 5, and then in his third and fourth. In his first two in conference play, he's gone 6 and 7 innings, both quality starts where he's only allowed 2 runs against Limestone and UVA-Wise, headlined by the Limestone start where he struck out a season-high 9 batters, 4 starts, and a 4.09 earned run average over 22 innings. He'll face Ryan Jenkins to start the inning, and the right-hander's first offering in the frame is a breaking ball in for a strike. Ryan Jenkins has been on base now in 4 consecutive games as he stands back in. It's a long hitting streak this season of 5 games through the first 15. Another breaking ball. This one's low and away. And it's a ball and a strike on Carson-Newman's shortstop, Ryan Jenkins, who is hitting .263 with 11 RBI this season. 1-1. Jenkins rips one well out toward left center field. Dugan is sprinting back near the wall. It hits off the top of the wall, and it's gone. A leadoff home run, the first of Ryan Jenkins' Carson-Newman career. And the Eagles strike first on a solo shot to left center. The junior shortstop starts the scoring on a 1-1 pitch from Eli Eads. Hit it well out toward left center field, and it just barely got over top of the tall wall out in left field. And the Eagles strike first as Spencer Williams takes a strike. 1-0 Carson-Newman on Ryan Jenkins' first career home run, and Carson-Newman's 6th of the year. Slow chopper left side. Is it going to stay fair? It will not. The baseball takes a funky bounce to the left, and wisely Brooks Hagedorn, the third baseman, watches it go foul for strike 2 on Williams. No balls, 2 strikes. Eads trying to bounce back against Williams here. Breaking ball is on the corner, called strike 3. Good offering. Williams may have not been expecting that. On a 0-2 offering, it was in the zone. And Williams down on strikes. And Eads has got his 23rd strikeout of the year. 1 out batter is Logan Floyd for Carson-Newman here in the first. Another breaking ball, and this is a strike to Logan Floyd. Floyd's been off to a great start in his sophomore season after a spectacular freshman campaign. A 1 offering from Eads, another breaking ball, and Floyd taps it foul at the plate, and it's 0-2 again. 17 RBI, a .260 average for Floyd. Reaching base at about a 40% clip so far this season. 0-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts for Eli Eads, and there's quickly 2 away in the first. He's responded very well after the leadoff home run from Ryan Jenkins here in the top of the first, or rather bottom of the first. In steps Tanner Kilgore in his .302 batting average. First pitch he sees is on the corner for a strike, so a really good groove now for Eads, who has found the zone in 7 consecutive pitches. Right, he winds it as 0-1 offering. He misses with a fastball away. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Tanner Kilgore, who leads Carson-Newman in home runs with 3 so far this season. Hit 1 as a freshman, already 3 this year, and has 17 RBI. 1-1, a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball away from Eads. And he's looking to send the Eagles down with another strikeout, as he's done in his first 2 outs of this inning, the 1-2. Called strike 3. Delayed call from John White behind the plate, and he rings up Tanner Kilgore. Good response from Eli Eads. He strikes out the side, but Ryan Jenkins starts the scoring with a solo leadoff shot to left center. And Carson-Newman leads Lincoln Memorial 1-0 after the first inning here on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, Turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Carson-Newman out to a 1-0 start thanks to Ryan Jenkins' first inning bomb to left center field. It barely found its way over the wall, hit the top of the wall out in left center field, and was enough for Jenkins' first career home run with Carson-Newman, and the Eagles' 6th of the year as a team. Gives Ryan Higgins a 1-run advantage to pitch with as he goes against Alex Kowalski first here in the second inning for Lincoln Memorial. Kowalski, Mast, Dugan due up for the Rail Splitters against Higgins. Sophomore right-hander into his windup, and the top of the second begins with a strike from Higgins. Both pitchers pitched well in that first inning. Higgins struck out 2. Eads strikes out the side in the bottom of the first. Just that solo home run right now, the difference between the two. Fastball low and away from Higgins for a ball. Higgins, in his Carson-Newman career, this is counting last year, is pitching at home for the 13th time in his career. 1-1 is hit off the end of the bat softly, right side. Castellana out, he'll field and throw out Kowalski for the first out of the inning. Good job by Castellana, quickly out of his stance to call off Higgins and make the play himself. 13th appearance for Higgins in home games in his career, and he's been really good over 38 2/3 innings. 4-1 record at home and a 3.5 earned run average. Counting the first inning of this game, he has thrown 13 scoreless innings and struck out 17 batters. Foul back off the screen from Sam Mast, the catcher, for strike one. Mast, a fine hitter in this lineup, 3 home runs, hitting .283. Started the year with a 4-game hit streak and is in the midst of a 3-game hit streak now. 0-1. Breaking ball gets away, and it's ball 1 on the catcher, Mast. C.J. Dugan also has a hit streak. He's the 6th hitter in the order. He's hit safely in 4 straight. And he waits on deck with 1 gone in the top of the second inning, and Carson-Newman leading 1-0. Higgins winds, and the 1-1 to Mast is at the knees, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away, top of the second frame. Righty Higgins back to work, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 as Mast is behind the slider, and there's 2 outs. 5 up, 5 down so far from Higgins, and now he faces C.J. Dugan, who's hitting .271. And the first offering to Dugan. Fastball high for a ball. Carson-Newman's won 5 of their first 6 conference contests. A couple of 1-run wins during this good start to conference play as Dugan takes away. Eagles, if they can win the series this weekend with Lincoln Memorial, would be the second time in the last 3 years that CN has won its first 3 conference series of the year. First hit of the game for Lincoln Memorial. Line drive up the middle from C.J. Dugan with 2 outs on a 2-0 offering. LMU has its first base runner And now Archer Wong-Shasteen will stand in with 2 away, the redshirt junior from Knoxville. Hits .293. He's got 17 hits this year. They're all singles. See what he can do here with 2 outs and a runner aboard. Short lead over at first for Dugan as Higgins goes home and fires an inside and high fastball for ball 1. LMU has swiped 31 bases this year. Dugan is 2 of 3. He stays put here as Higgins fires a fastball in for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Eagles by a run, 1-0 in the top of the second. Righty Higgins sets at the belt. Long pause. And now he fires. Breaking ball away, and Castellana had to reach out to keep that one from getting to the backstop. Two ball, 1 strike count, and Higgins quickly fires a fastball away, and he's behind 3-1 on Dugan. The 3-1 set for Higgins with 2 away in the second. And he misses outside. 5-pitch walk to Wong-Shasteen, and now LMU has back-to-back 2-out runners for Chris Hall.
Batting ace, the left fielder, number 9, Chris Hall.
Over Higgins' first 4 starts, he has only allowed 2 hits with 2 outs and only 1 hit with runners on base. How does he do against Hall? He gets a soft grounder to third. Gibson corrals and tags third to end the frame. Good work from Higgins. He puts up another 0 despite some troubles with 2 outs. LMU got a couple of base runners. They strand 2 on 1 hit with no runs scoring in the second. Eagles up 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
1-0 Eagles. 5, 6, and 7 of Tom Griffin's batting order set to come to the plate for the first time against Eli Eads, who gave up that leadoff home run in the first and then struck out 3 consecutive Eagles to end that first inning. How does he fare against Nicholas Castellana and his .375 batting average? As Carson-Newman's catcher stands in as we get set to begin the bottom half of the second. Good 12-6 curve that time from Eli Eads at 78. Finds the strike zone for the first pitch of the inning. Next offering, Castellana swings and misses. Strike 2. Quickly ahead is Eli Eads. The righty back to work. It is 0-2 to Castellana. Another swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts for Eli Eads. And there's 1 away in the second inning. He's in a groove now. after how his pitching performance started, he's responded very well. And now gets set to face Seth Benner. First pitch is high to Seth Benner for a ball. Benner coming off a multi-hit performance on Tuesday, or rather Wednesday at Young Harris. He's got 6 hits this year and 3 RBI, all at home. Breaking ball at the knees for his strike. His only home run, his first career home run with Carson-Newman, was Carson-Newman's last home run before Jenkins' leadoff home run. He hit it against Emory and Henry a couple of weekends ago. First conference series of the season for CN. He takes away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. And Carson-Newman leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Third conference series for both of these two schools. Carson-Newman's got a 2-game advantage in the standings over Lincoln Memorial as Benner swings and misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of swing and miss stuff right now from Eads. Eagles have only put 1 ball in play, and that was Jenkins' home run. Benner stands back in. The 2-2. Tapped foul. Good 12-6 curve at 79 miles per hour that time. And Benner did enough to get a piece of it and foul it off to stay alive. Hayden Gibson is up next for Carson-Newman. Cole Nathan, Trey Miller are the 8-9 hitters to round out the batting order today. 2-2 again. Fastball fouled back. Eads reared back and fired one at 92. And Benner fought it off. Right-hander winds and is 2-2 again. Grounded towards short. Fielded on a run by Harvey. Good throw across to Kowalski at first. And that's the second out. First ball that Carson-Newman's put in play for an out in this game. A 6-3 putout. Harvey's at short. Wong Shastine is at second base. Brooks Hagedorn is at third base. Sam Mast is the catcher. We mentioned Kowalski there at first base. Chris Hall, C.J. Dugan, and Austin Epperson left to right in Lincoln Memorial's outfield today. Gibson shows bunt and pulls it back because the pitch was low for ball 1. Gibson has had a lot of success here at home through the first 9 home games that he's played in. He's played in them all. He's hitting .400 at home. 1-0, he shows bunt again and takes outside for ball 2. Started the year, did Gibson with a 9-game hitting streak as well. Came out of the gates this year in his junior campaign, ready to roll. And it's been a quality hitter in Carson-Newman's batting order. That 9-game hitting streak to start the year, the longest of his career, as he takes a strike from Eads, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Eads winds, and the 2-1 to Gibson. Outside for ball 3, a rare 3-ball count through 7 batters for Eli Eads. First time he's fallen behind against a hitter. In fact, the Benner at bat and now this Gibson one is the only time he's thrown multiple balls to a Carson-Newman hitter, and he walks Gibson on 5 pitches. 2-out walk. And both teams have had 2-out base runners here in the second inning. What can Carson-Newman do with the opportunity here? Steps Cole Nathan, who's hit safely in 3 straight. He'll face Eads for the first time. Gibson takes off, and Nathan fouls the fastball back for strike 1. 3 multi-hit and 3 multi-RBI efforts for Nathan this year. He's already drove in 13 runs. Had a career-high 4 hits and 4 RBI in the season opener against King this season. Gibson jumping at first base, now sets and stays put as the pitch is away outside. Mast can't corral it initially on the breaking ball. Gibson with a good read and gets to second base. Well done that time. Mast did not catch that breaking ball from Eads. Gibson recognized it and immediately took off for second and gets there without a throw. So now the Eagles have a runner in scoring position with 2 away. 1-1 set for Eads. High on the slider, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Cole Nathan hitting with 2 outs for Carson-Newman. He has been really good with 2 outs this year, hitting .471, 8 hits with 2 outs. High drive to right field that'll slice foul, and it's 2-2. Those 8 hits with 2 outs are the second most on the team. Only Tanner Kilgore has more 2-out hits this year than Cole Nathan. Those come in 7 more at-bats for Kilgore as well. So Nathan's got the best batting average with 2 outs on the team. The offering, tapped foul toward the Eagles' dugout. Nathan stays alive at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes as Eads comes set at the chest with his glove. Looks to second and pitches. Breaking ball away, and Nathan's worked it full. Good at bats here with 2 outs from Carson-Newman. Gibson drew a walk, and now Nathan has forced Eads into a full count. Nathan has 9 of his 13 RBI at home this year, hoping for a 10th RBI at home with Gibson standing at second base. The 3-2. Low ball 4. Nathan had to watch that into the glove. And now back-to-back walks here with 2 outs will give Trey Miller an opportunity. Gibson obviously stays put at second base, and Miller, the 9-hitter, will try his hand with 2 outs. Miller's tied for 3rd on the team with 6 2-out hits this year. He's hitting .375. First pitch, checked his swing. It was a strike anyway. Impressively enough, when runners are in scoring position, Miller is hitting .647. Most hits on the team with 11 when there's a runner in scoring position. High fastball, and it's a ball and a strike on Trey Miller, who's hitting .400 this season. He has been really good for Carson-Newman. He's already doubled his RBI total from last year with 16 through the first 15 games. 1-1. Miller lines the ball to right field. Epperson's after it. He won't get to it. Miller rounding first. Gibson will score. Here comes Nathan from first. The throw is late. It's a 2 RBI double for Trey Miller, and Carson-Newman leads 3-0. More 2-out hitting from Trey Miller, his 12th hit with runners in scoring position. He drives in 2 more, and the Eagles lead 3-0. 2-out damage done by CN. And now a visit from LMU's pitching coach, Mark Brantz. After Eads was cruising, he struck out the side after the leadoff home run in the first. Then he struck out Castellana and got Benner to ground out to start this second inning, but has walked back-to-back hitters and then just gave up a line drive double to Trey Miller. That has increased Carson-Newman's lead to 3. Home plate umpire John White makes his way toward the mound to break up the visit. Anthony Green is the third base umpire, and John Durr is the first base umpire. The 3 designated for this SAC series between Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial. 2 outs still in the second inning, and now Ryan Jenkins. Jenkins has 5 hits with runners in scoring position. Stands in after his first career home run last inning. First pitch is inside for ball 1. More early offense for Carson-Newman this season. 50 total runs scored in the first 2 frames now for the Eagles in the first 2 innings as Jenkins takes away on the slider, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 40 of the 84 runs scored at home have been in the first 2 innings. Nearly half of the team's runs at home this year that have been scored in 10 games have been in the first 2 frames. Jenkins sees his first strike from Eads. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 away, and Trey Miller standing at second base after his 2 RBI double. The righty Eads sets, looks at Miller and pitches. A high breaking ball gets away from Mast. It kicks toward his left. Miller rounds third. He'll stay put. That breaking ball from Eads never really broke and made things difficult for Mast. And so Miller moves to third on the wild pitch. And now 90 feet away is Carson-Newman's 4th run of the game. Jenkins ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike as Eads is in danger of walking his 3rd batter of the inning. The righty sets and fires. Jenkins crushes one to left. Back goes Chris Hall to the warning track. It hits off the top of the wall again, and Jenkins leaves the yard. You're kidding me, Ryan Jenkins. 2 home runs off the top of the wall. 5-0 Eagles. It's incredible enough that he's hit 2 home runs in back-to-back at-bats. He's hit it off the top of the wall twice. The accuracy is unbelievable. Eads' fastball. Jenkins takes it to left for his 2nd home run of the game. Still 2 outs. All 4 runs of the inning have been scored with 2 outs as Spencer Williams takes ball 1 away. Williams, one of the 4 strikeout victims from Eads in his first 5 outs of this game. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's ball 2 low. 2-homer day for Ryan Jenkins. And Carson-Newman leads 5-0. The Eagles had 5 home runs entering this game. 2-0. Williams bunts it foul back behind home. 2 balls and a strike. First time this year that, or rather, second time this year the Eagles have had someone hit multiple home runs in one game. Tanner Kilgore did it against Shorter back on February the 4th. Now Ryan Jenkins with a multi-homer performance so far. 2-1, bunted, third base side. Hagedorn after it, he fields and throws up the line. It gets away. Williams rounding first. The ball goes up the hill, rolls back into fair territory. Williams is headed for third. There goes the throw. It's not in time. Mast was the catcher covering third after Hagedorn threw it up the line away from Kowalski. Williams never stopped running and gets all the way to third, and Kowalski is shaken up at first base. Kowalski being attended to by Lexi Fleming, the athletic trainer for Lincoln Memorial. I think there was a collision there with Williams at first base. Not enough that Williams went to the ground. He stayed up and was able to get all the way to third, but Kowalski may have taken a brunt of that contact with Williams. Certainly no intent for Spencer Williams of Carson-Newman to run into Kowalski and cause the collision. They're both just doing their thing, and you see Williams trying to sneak out of the way. Maybe his wrist, trying to reach on that throw up the line to try to catch that throw from Brooks Hagedorn. Kowalski seems to be okay. He'll stay in the game at first base. 5-0 Carson-Newman. The Eagles have seen the last 5 hitters go to the plate reach safely. Williams all the way to third, now with 2 outs. And here's Logan Floyd. Eli Eads sets and pitches. Floyd drives it softly to right. Epperson in a couple of steps. He catches and records the final out of the inning. But what a second inning for Carson-Newman. 4 2-out runs, highlighted by Ryan Jenkins' second home run in his second at-bat of the day. He hit it off the top of the wall, and the Eagles lead 5-0 after the first 2 frames here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. We're back for the third after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Four-run second for Carson-Newman, and now Ryan Higgins will toe the mound with a 5-run lead in the top of the third inning. Carson-Newman gets 4 runs on 3 base hits and 1 error. 1 runner is left in that frame, and the Eagles go back to work defensively and will face Brooks Hagedorn and then the top of the order, Caston Harvey and Austin Epperson, 9-1-2 against Ryan Higgins here in the third. First pitch of the inning from Higgins is a fastball high for ball 1, 86 miles per hour that time from Ryan Higgins. Righty back to work as he gets the sign from Castellano. Winds and his 1-0 offering. Grounded on a chop to third, and Gibson stands in foul ground and makes the catch for strike 1. Eagles have matched their best home start to a regular season in the program's modern history and have the opportunity to win a 10th straight at home, which would be the best start to a home slate in the program's modern history. Off to a pretty good start on a beautiful Friday here in Mossy Creek. 1-1 from Higgins. Swing and a miss. Behind the fastball was Hagedorn, and it's strike 2. Higgins has already punched out 3 rail splitters through the first 2 innings, trying to get his 4th here ahead on the third baseman for Lincoln Memorial. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The righty winds in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Hagedorn went after it. Castellana snared it with the glove on the slider from Higgins. 4th strikeout, and there's 1 away in the third. Back to the top of the order, and the most dangerous hitter the Rail Splitters have to offer in the form of Caston Harvey. Leads the conference and is 4th nationally with his 7 home runs in 15 games. It's highlighted by a 3-homer day last weekend against UVA Wise. He only hit 7 home runs all of last year as well. He's been an elite power hitter so far this season, and he's ahead 2-0 on Higgins here. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away in the top of the third inning, and Carson-Newman has the advantage. 5-0. 2-0 to Harvey. Pops up the slider, foul and out of play. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. Runs inside and it hit Harvey. So a 1-out runner here as Harvey gets drilled on the inside fastball from Higgins. Now Lemieux for the second straight inning has a runner on base. First time they've had a runner on base with less than 2 outs, though. That'll bring in the 2-hitter, Austin Epperson. First pitch. Fastball a little high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Carson-Newman's 9-game home winning streak, the 9th longest active home winning streak in the country. 1-0 is hit high in the air left side. Benner is sprinting over into foul ground. He's after it and he overruns it. Was in the gravel out there in foul ground and left. Sprinting after that high fly ball from Epperson. And lands foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike now on the Lincoln Memorial right fielder. Only one other team in the region and in the conference has a better home winning streak right now than Carson-Newman. That's Coker's 10-game home winning streak. 1-1's on the corner to Epperson for strike 2. The Cobras are in action later today against Lenore Rhine at home. So that streak could be in jeopardy as a hot Bears team ranked 17th nationally comes to town. Another swing and a miss. Good pitch from Higgins for his 5th strikeout, 2nd of the inning, and there's 2 away. Second time Epperson has gone down swinging on strikes. And with 2 away, Lincoln Memorial will send their DH, Joey Lamatina, to the plate. Harvey takes off, pitches inside. Castellana dropped it on the exchange, trying to get it from his glove to his hand. And so Harvey swipes second. He was running on the pitch. So Harvey's got his 6th stolen base, a team high. Gives LMU a runner in scoring position. Fastball away from Higgins, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Eighth start of the year for Lamatina as they picked to second base. Nathan tags, and Harvey's back safely. Final day of February and final game of February for Carson-Newman. With March around the corner tomorrow, these 2 teams will conclude and continue the series tomorrow with a doubleheader starting at noon. 2-0s popped up foul back behind home. Strike 1 on Lamatina. Carson-Newman will only play 1 home conference series. They picked a second again. Nathan tags, but Harvey's back safely. Carson-Newman will only play 1 home conference series in the month of March. If you want to count this one because it runs into March as 1, it'd be 2. Start the month of March with a conference series and end it with a conference series against UVA Wise. 2-1 set for Higgins, and he pitches, and this ball's grounded up the middle. Jenkins dives, and it gets past his glove into center field. Miller's throw is coming home. It's in time to Castellana, but Harvey sneaks in there, sliding safely to score, and it's 5-1. Strong throw on 1 hop from Trey Miller. It bounced right around the mound to Castellana before Harvey started his slide, but Harvey did a good job to get around Castellana's tag. And it's an RBI single for Joey Lamatina. Second earned run to score on Higgins this season. And Alex Kowalski takes ball 1. Lamatina has his 2nd RBI of the year. 1-0 set for Higgins. Breaking ball away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. To Alex Kowalski, who grounded out last inning. 2-0 set for Higgins. Righty pitches. This ball's flied to right. It's slicing foul. It is fouling. Williams won't get to it in time as it bounces up against the hill. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of inning number 3. And Tom Griffin requests for time, and he'll make a walk out to the mound to talk with his sophomore right-hander who has allowed a 2-out base hit, trying to limit the damage here in this 3rd inning. The 2-out hit off Higgins is just the 3rd time this season that Higgins has allowed a 2-out base hit. And it's just the 2nd hit with runners on base against Ryan Higgins this season. Just the 3rd total run he's allowed this year and the 2nd earned run he has given up. Relatively quick visit from the 20th year head coach Tom Griffin, and now the infield disperses back to their positions, and Higgins heads back to the mound with a 4-run lead, trying to limit the damage in the 3rd, facing Kowalski with 2 outs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Long set for Higgins, and he pitches. Breaking ball. Fanned at by Kowalski, and it's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on LMU's first baseman with 2 gone in the 3rd. Righty-righty matchup as Higgins gets a swing and a miss into the turf. Castellano will throw. It was offline a little bit. Floyd had to go get it and then go back to the bag to complete the strike amount and throw it to first. Strikeout to the side for Ryan Higgins. He's got 6 punch-outs, but LMU strikes for the first time with a 2-out base hit from Joey LaMattina. 5-1 Eagles as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
5-1 Carson-Newman as we get set for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Carson-Newman 5-1 in the conference, has won back-to-back games and all 3 of its league games here at home. Off to a good start, leading 5-1, as it'll send 4, 5, and 6 of the batting order to the plate here in this 3rd inning. Carson-Newman's won 8 of the last 9 meetings with this Lincoln Memorial squad, leading the all-time series 45-42. But you hear 8 of 9 in the win column for Carson-Newman against LMU here as of late, and you think there's been a lot of dominating games from the Eagles, but 5 of the 8 wins over this last 9-game stretch have only been by 1 run. Ground ball routine to short where Harvey gathers and throws out Kilgore. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 3rd. Second time Harvey's made a play, and the second ground out by CN. One away for Castellano. Eagles have won 7 straight home games against LMU. Last loss came in 2019, and ironically enough, the last time Carson-Newman was ranked, it played LMU that weekend. Got swept that weekend, for what that's worth, as Castellano takes a ball low. The Eagles were ranked 25th heading into that 2019 series in the 2nd week of March, as Castellano takes a strike, and LMU came to Jefferson City and won 14-5, 4-3, and 16-6. 1-1. Castellana gave a half-hearted effort and did enough. And the first base umpire, John Durr, says he went around for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eads ahead here in the third. The pitch off the plate, 2-2. Junior right-hander back to work for a 2-2, and Castellana swings and misses for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Castellana at the plate, and the 5th for Eads. 2 outs for Seth Benner. Benner grounded out in his first plate appearance as he faces Eads for the second time and takes low for ball 1. Eads entered this game with the most strikeouts of any pitcher for Lincoln Memorial at the start of the year over his 22 innings. Up to 5 in this game as Benner hits one high into the air toward foul ground. Kowalski up the hill, falls down, and can't make the play. It's always tough trying to navigate that hill and foul ground up the first base line for any of the fielders on that right side of the infield and outfield to make a play. And Kowalski may have been in good position but couldn't maintain his balance. And it's a long foul ball for Benner. One home. Way outside on a slider at 82, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Eads now has 5 or more strikeouts in 4 of his 5 starts this year. Season high was 2 weeks ago against Limestone when he had 9. 2-1. Good fastball at 88, and Benner's watched the count even back up at a pair of balls and strikes with 2 outs. 5-1 game in the third, the 2-2 from Eads. Chopped foul at third, and Benner stays alive. Benner making back-to-back starts. Started on Wednesday at Young Harris as he sees a breaking ball go away from Eads. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, 60 pitch mark now for Eads as he tries to complete 3 frames. Payoff to Benner. Low ball 4. Went to another breaking ball, and Benner watched it dip below the strike zone, and that's the 3rd walk from Eli Eads. 2-out base runner for Carson-Newman. This is how the 4-run second started, with a 2-out walk from Aiden Gibson. And now Gibson will be the one that stands in with Benner aboard at first. Gibson waits on the slider, drives it to the right side, and foul. Strike 1. So with that being Eads' 3rd walk, that's now back-to-back starts with 3 walks this season. He had just 2 in his first 2 starts and has now walked 9 guys over his last 3 starts, counting this one. 0-1 to Gibson. He drives another one foul off to the right. And it's quickly 0-2 on Carson-Newman's 3rd baseman. Gibson was an elite road hitter last year, hit above 330 away from home, and he's flipped that this year, hitting 400 at home through 9 games. 0-2 inside on a fastball from Eads. 1-2 count. One-two set for Eads, and he pitches. Slider away, a little up in the zone maybe, to Gibson. And the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Eagles hitters have really started to make Eads work for each and every out, even if 5 of the 8 outs are by strikeouts. 2-2 set. Inside fastball. Eads has missed 3 in a row. An extra little stare down to John White at home, trying to maybe see where that ball was again. There's a little inside. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Benner will be on the move. Nobody holds him at first base. As Eads sets and pitches to Gibson. And Gibson fouls it off Mask. White will walk the ball out and give Sam Mast, the LMU catcher, a chance to regroup after that foul ball off his mask. Carson-Newman scored all 4 of its runs in the second inning with 2 outs. Hoping for some more 2-out magic here in the third with Gibson facing Eads in a full count. Benner goes on the 3-2. Gibson hits it high into the air out toward right. Epperson back near the wall, stops and watches it into his glove for the final out of the third inning. Aiden Gibson gives it a ride, but Carson-Newman strands its only runner of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We've played a third of the series opener between Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial, and the Eagles lead 5-1 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Sure. Really good work from Ryan Higgins through the first 3 innings for Carson-Newman. He's only allowed 1 run, but he's got 6 strikeouts so far through the first 3 innings. He's gotten Epperson to swing and miss twice, and he struck out 4 other rail splitters as well. 6 Ks for the first 9 outs of his 5th start. And now he faces 5, 6, and 7 of LMU's batting order here in the 4th inning. Good work again from Higgins, who struck out 6 or more in 3 of his 5 starts now this year. He's only at 49 pitches. Here's pitch 50, and Mast is all over the place on that pitch. A slider from Higgins for strike 1. Carson-Newman's pitching, it cannot be underestimated how good it has been in the first month of the season. 0-1 from Higgins. Mast went down and fans at a slider at 79 from Higgins, and he's ahead 0-2. Carson-Newman's pitching staff has a 3 on the dot earned run average in 9 home wins this season. Higgins has got the sign from his senior catcher. Lines and pitches. Mast after it, swings and misses. 7 Ks for Ryan Higgins. His 2nd straight, and there's 1 away in the 4th. Second time Mast has struck out against Higgins, and now C.J. Dugan. Higgins only had 3 punch-outs last weekend in the opener against Newberry. It's up to 7 now in this start as he goes high with a fastball for ball 1. In the 9 home victories here at home, Carson-Newman has limited its opponents to 1 run or less in 5 of those 9 wins. So the offense has had a lot of success, and that's been good because the pitching staff has been able to pitch with big leads early. This is a good lead early, not a big one, but a good lead early on. But the pitching staff has pitched with extreme confidence with these good leads as Higgins finds the zone on a breaking ball to Dugan. It's 2-1. The most runs that any opponent has scored on Carson-Newman at home is 7. That was done by Charleston in the second of the doubleheader as Dugan swings and misses, and it's strike 2. And 5 of those 7 runs came when the game was already pretty much out of reach. The Eagles were up 13-2 with 2 innings left in the game. It's a 10-run game. Carson-Newman was in business and ended up giving up 5 runs as Dugan takes away, and it's 3-2. So you take away that, and really, E&H and King scoring 6 runs in each of those series finales is the only quality offensive outputs opponents have had against Carson-Newman as Dugan rips one to third. Tough play for Gibson. It gets by him into left field. Benner after it at the warning track, rounding first, going to second. The throw is cut off, and sliding in safely is C.J. Dugan with a 1-out double. So he's got back-to-back hits. That one 95 off the bat of Dugan. He's got a single and a double. And gives LMU a 1-out runner for the second straight inning. Third hit by the Rail Splitters as well. And now Archer Wong Shasteen, who reached on a walk in the second, stands in. He's got 8 RBI this year, 17 hits, all singles. Higgins sets and fires. Breaking ball lifted high into the air. Williams toward the gap in right center, makes the catch. No tag. Good throw from Williams right to the shortstop Jenkins. Dugan stays put as the fly ball out goes to right to Williams off the bat of Wong Shasteen, and there's 2 away. Two away for Chris Hall. Five of the 6 runs combined in this game have come with 2 outs. What can Hall do trying to cut into this CN lead? The first pitch to Hall is fastball inside for ball 1. Showed bunt there and forced Gibson to creep up a little bit. He was playing behind the bag and now plays even with 2 away. Lefty Chris Hall batting. He's hitting a .184 this year. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Oh, out of his shoes on that slider from Higgins. That slider from Ryan Higgins in this game has been elite. And gotten a lot of swing and miss contact. 1-1 set. Hall shows bunt, but the fastball is away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 count with 2 away. It's the top of the 4th inning, and Carson-Newman has the advantage 5-1. Higgins sets and fires inside for ball 3. Higgins into the 60s with that pitch count as he works through this LMU order for the second time. The 3-1. Hall checked his swing. It was a strike anyway. Good inside breaking pitch from Higgins, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the 4th. Runner at second as Higgins comes to a set and pitches to Hall. Grounded to short on a couple of hops. Jenkins crow hops, fires, and throws out Hall, and the inning is over. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left. Dugan stranded at second base after his 1-out double. We've played 3.5, and Carson-Newman leads Lincoln Memorial in this South Atlantic Conference Series 5-1 on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
8-9-1 for Carson-Newman against Eli Eads as we are in the middle of the fourth here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, where Carson-Newman is trying to do something the program has not done in its modern history, and that's win its first 10 games at home in a regular season. 8-9-1 for the Eagles, who lead 5-1 to start the bottom half of the fourth. It'll be Cole Nathan, Trey Miller, and Ryan Jenkins. Three guys that have all extended their on-base streaks in this game. They've all reached as Nathan fouls the first pitch back, a fastball for strike one. Cole Nathan drew a two-out walk just as Aiden Gibson did in that second inning and helped lead to a 2 RBI double from Trey Miller, which was followed by Ryan Jenkins' second home run. He's due up third in the inning as Nathan sees a breaking ball go away for ball one. One. Breaking ball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Eads is up to 71 pitches as he tries to work through 4 frames here on the road. 2-1 to Nathan. He rips it. Left side diving is Harvey. He can't get to it, and Cole Nathan's got his first hit, and Carson-Newman's 5th hit of the game. It's a leadoff single through the left side for Nathan. First time Carson-Newman's got the leadoff guy aboard, and now Trey Miller with no one out. Eads comes set, glove near his chin. He lifts and fires. Miller shows bunt, unable to place it down. It goes into mass glove for a strike. 0-1. Eads sets and pitches is 0-1, and Miller bunts it foul back behind home, and it's strike 2. Eads last year against Carson-Newman was pretty solid. Got the victory in the middle game of the series in a game that LMU won 16-7. Their only win in the last 9 meetings. He went 6 1/3 and struck out 8. Got the win because of LMU's 9 runs over the final 3 frames of that game. 0-2, breaking ball high and inside at 78. Never broke enough to get back into the zone, and it's 1-2. A lot gone, though, from LMU's strong team a season ago. Colin Goda, Carson Bowles, Cameron Bowen, 1, 3, and 4 of that specific game in the batting order, all no longer with the Rail Splitters. As the 2-2, or the 1-2 is high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. They have Kowalski back and Harvey, 2 guys that had a couple good games against Carson-Newman last year, but of the guys that played in the 3-game series last year, there's only 3 starters back in the batting order. 2-2 set. Miller watches this one break outside, and it's 3-2. Good battle here from Miller. He was attempting to bunt in the first 2 pitches that were strikes, and now has watched 3 consecutive pitches miss outside the zone. Three-2 to Miller. There goes Nathan. He thought about it, actually, and then pulled back, and Miller fouls it off. Lincoln Memorial is playing its 9th road game of the year. They're 3-5 on the road and have lost back-to-back games. Those road losses to UVA Wise last weekend. Another 3-2 from Eads. Rounder foul at the plate. So Eads entered this inning with 67 pitches, and now, without recording it out here in this 4th inning, is going to go back to the mound and get ready for his 80th pitch of his 5th start of the year. The righty comes set. Short lead for Nathan at second base. The 3-2 again. It's low, ball 4. That is a really, really good at-bat from Trey Miller. He's reached base for the second time, just as Nathan has, who moves to second base, and the Eagles have runners on first and second with nobody out. For the man who has owned this game and owned Eli Eads so far. And a visit will come from the head coach, Justin Haywood, with nobody out in this 4th inning. Jenkins has 2 home runs, his first 2 career home runs, and his first 2 at-bats here today, both off of the starter Eli Eads, and they both hit the top of the wall. And there's been a signal to the bullpen out and right, and Lincoln Memorial is going to the bullpen. 2 times through the batting order for Eli Eads, but he's walked 4 in his 3 innings of work, and his day is over after 80 pitches. Rail Splitters making a change. We'll tell you who the new arm is after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
LMU is turning to a right-handed pitcher from Miami, Florida, in Palm Beach State College. Junior Dylan Mayer is on the mound and warming up prior to his 5th appearance of the year. He's tossed 11 innings, allowed 12 hits, 5 earned runs, 13 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Among relievers, he's got the second most strikeouts for this LMU team out of the bullpen, and he's posted a 4.09 earned run average out of the bullpen. This will be his 5th relief appearance, and he's tossed multiple innings, at least 2, in all 4 of his appearances. So tasked with probably doing the same here as he inherits a situation where Carson-Newman's got 2 runners on base, first and second, with nobody out. And the hottest hitter of the game, Ryan Jenkins, is at the plate. Both of his home runs, remarkably enough, are off the top of the wall and have bounced over. He shows bunt here, pulls it back, and takes ball 1 low from Dylan Mayer. 1 ball, no strike. No strikes. Nathan singled to start the inning. He's at second base, and Trey Miller followed with a walk, well-earned walk, and an 8-pitch at-bat. 1-0 from Mayer. Jenkins shows bunt, bunts it up the first base side. Mayer fields, throws him out. So a sacrifice. Ball was dropped, but they're going to say on the exchange, it was dropped by the second baseman, Archer Wong Shasteen. 1 away, 2 in scoring position with 1 out for Spencer Williams. So Jenkins does his job And now Nathan and Miller are in scoring position for Spencer Williams, who singled in the second and takes a pitch inside for ball one. Spencer Williams this season, 6 for 15 with runners in scoring position. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. He went after one. A changeup at 84 on the corner for a swinging strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a 5-1 game in the fourth. Williams ready. The pitch from Mayer. Bounces in, gets away from Mast. Here comes Nathan. He won't need to slide. No play at the plate. And it's 6-1 Carson-Newman. Miller to third. Nathan scores on the wild pitch from Dylan Mayer, the reliever. And now the Eagles have a 6th run and again lead by 5. LMU's infield's coming in as well with 2 balls and 1 strike on Williams, trying to limit that runner Miller from scoring at third if they can get a ground ball. Dylan Mayer sets and pitches to Williams. Ground ball chopped up the middle. Harvey behind the mound. Fields throws to first. Well done. Right on cue. They needed a ground ball and they got it. Harvey throws out Williams, 6-3 at first. And with 2 outs, it's Logan Floyd. So Floyd gets to face Mayer. The infield for LMU will back up with 2 outs. They can play normal depth with Miller standing at third base still. And a 6-1 game in the bottom of the 4th. Mayer working from the stretch, pitches, throws behind Floyd. He gets to the backstop, and Miller will jog home safely. Carson-Newman has a need to hit the baseball to score twice in the 4th. Another wild pitch from Dylan Mayer makes it 7-1 Carson-Newman. Well, those are head scratchers if you're Justin Haywood. If you try to make a comeback and have an attempt at one in this game, those are 2 runs you'd love to have back. Back-to-back wild pitches of the last 2 batters from Dylan Mayer has allowed Carson-Newman to strike twice here in the 4th and extend the margin and the lead back out to 6 runs at 7-1. 2 balls, no strikes on Logan Floyd, who has the bases clear. 2-0. Fastball low, and it's 3 balls. All right, well, it's a strike. 2-1. The late call that time from John White to give Floyd his first strike facing Mayer for the first time. 2-1. Breaking ball away, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one set for Mayer. Ground ball right side. After it is Shastine, and it goes off his glove into right field for a base hit. 2-out knock for Logan Floyd as he drives one the other way. Second hit of the inning for Carson-Newman, and the first from Kilgore, or rather Floyd of the game, brings Tanner Kilgore to the plate with 2 outs. More good 2-out hitting from Carson-Newman. 4 of CN's 6 hits are with 2 outs. Floyd at first for Kilgore as Mayer sets and pitches. Kilgore lines it sharply, foul. Nothing in 1 on Kilgore, who is 0 for 2 so far. Takes a breaking ball away from Mayer. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Good crowd on hand for this Friday afternoon series opener here in Jefferson City between Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial. Should be a good, relatively warm weekend with sun for these 2 teams to play. Another wild pitch here by Mayer. And Floyd will sprint to second base. Mast unable to come up with that low fastball. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Kilgore with 2 outs in the 4th. And Carson-Newman out in front 7-1. 2 more have scored in the 4th as Kilgore hits one softly behind the mound. And it goes underneath the glove of Shosteen, and Kilgore's got an infield hit. Back-to-back 2-out hits. Kilgore hits one softly in the infield. Tough play regardless if it's fielded cleanly. That was the third baseman, actually, Hagedorn, not the second baseman over there making that play. And now we're going to get a second pitching change of the frame. Rough work from Dylan Mayer. A couple of wild pitches in his relief performance, and he's given up back-to-back 2-out hits. But it appears his day is over. Justin Haywood's out on the mound, and the Rail Splitters are going to the pen. Third arm for Lincoln Memorial's coming in after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Peyton Armour will be the third LMU pitcher to toss a pitch in this 4th inning. Eli Eads, the starter, his line's complete. He started this 4th inning. Dylan Mayer got the first 2 outs of this inning, and now Peyton Armour will be tasked with trying to get the final one and maybe some more after that. This will be Armour's 8th appearance of the year, 3.1 ERA over 11 1/3 innings. He struck out 19 guys. That's the most strikeouts of any reliever and the third most on this team. Opponents have hit .265 on him, and he's only walked 4 batters this season. All 7 of his appearances are out of the pen. He's got a 1-0 record. And he comes into the game with runners on first and third with 2 outs. Corners occupied as Nicholas Castellano waits for the first pitch, and it's inside from the sidearm righty for ball 1. Armour's one of the top relievers for this team. Trying to keep this game relatively close. Here in the 4th inning, Carson-Newman's a couple of hits away from maybe breaking this series opener open. 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Nicholas Castellana. A couple of strikeouts in his 2 appearances at the plate against Eli Eads. And now faces a reliever for the first time. His time is called by John White. He'll step into the field of play. And there was time called. Corners occupied as Castellana stands in. He's got 4 hits this year with his runners in scoring position. And he takes outside. It's 3-0. 4 hits with runners in scoring position for Carson-Newman's catcher, and he's got 6 hits and 14 at-bats with 2 outs. 3-0. Ball 4. Another free pass by LMU's pitching staff today. The 5th. First from a reliever. And now the bases are juiced for Seth Benner. 3 straight Carson-Newman hitters have reached here with 2 outs. Eagles trying to do more 2-out damage here in the 4th. Already scored twice in the frame as Benner waits for the first pitch, and it's low for ball 1. Well, not an ideal start if you're Peyton Armour. He's thrown 5 pitches, and they've all been balls. Here comes the 1-0. And there's the strike zone. Strike 1 to Seth Benner. Seth Benner hitting with the bases loaded for the 3rd time, and he rips one to left field for a base hit. Floyd will score. Kilgore is held up at 3rd. It's an RBI single for Seth Benner, and Carson-Newman leads 8-1. Good piece of inning. He waits on the breaking ball at 73 miles per hour and lifts it into left field for his 3rd RBI of the year. And the bases stay loaded for Aiden Gibson. This will be Gibson's 4th plate appearance with the bases loaded. He's 1 for 3 this year. First pitch from Armour. He gives it a good healthy hack and fouls it back for strike 1. 8-1 Carson-Newman. The Eagles have scored 8 times on 8 hits. And they've had 6 of those 8 hits with 2 outs. And they've had 4 consecutive hitters reach here with 2 outs in the 4th. 0-1 is low, and it's ball 1. Carson-Newman will bat around in this frame. It started with Cole Nathan's leadoff single, and he's on deck. 1-1 from Armour. Inside on his breaking ball at just 73 miles per hour, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2-1 to Gibson. Good fastball that time. He peaks at 86, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Eagles by 7. It's 8-1 in the 4th. 2-2. Gibson softly lifts it into left. It gets down. 1 run is in. Here comes the second one. Castellana hustling, and he scores. 2 RBI single from Aiden Gibson. And Carson-Newman leads 10-1. It's not always about how hard you hit it, but where you hit it. And Gibson throws his hands at one and just lifts it into shallow left for his first hit of the game, a 2-run single. And it's 10-1 as Cole Nathan will bat for the 2nd time this inning. A 5-run 4th. Armour, this one, lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding 3rd and getting home is Seth Benner on Cole Nathan's 2nd base hit. 104 off the bat from Nathan, and Carson-Newman leads by 10. It's 11-1. You think Nathan saw that ball well? Armour saw that one come right back to him. And Justin Haywood, for the 3rd time in this inning, is out of the first base dugout. And he's making another pitching change. What an inning for Carson-Newman. The Eagles have scored 6 times on 6 hits, and they're about to see their 4th pitcher of the inning. 11-1 Eagles. And we'll tell you who the new arm for Lincoln Memorial is after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Landon Carter will be the fourth Lincoln Memorial pitcher to pitch here in this fourth inning. He's a 6'1" senior left-hander from Columbia, Kentucky. Be his fifth appearance. He's got 2 scoreless outings this year in the 4 total that he has pitched. 4.15 earned run average for Landon Carter, 4 1/3 innings. He just has 2 strikeouts over his 4 1/3 innings. And he relieves Peyton Armour, whose line's not complete, but Dylan Mayer, who was the first reliever and second pitcher of this inning, his line's complete. He gets 2 outs, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs that are all earned. Peyton Armour has allowed 3 hits, but he's still responsible for the 2 runners on base. 6 runs here in the 4th inning for Carson-Newman to blow this game open. It's 11-1, and Trey Miller will stand in for the 3rd time he's reached in his first 2 plate appearances. As the first pitch from Carter breaks in at 72 miles per hour, and it's a ball inside. Carson-Newman has 8 of its 10 hits with 2 outs and has scored 5 of its 6 runs in this inning with 2 outs as Miller crushes one to left and foul. He was out in front of that breaking ball again from Carter at 78 that time. Strike 1. Mentioned Miller's numbers with 2 outs. He's got 7 hits with 2 outs and 12 with runners in scoring position. How about 13 hits with 2 outs and runners in scoring position? Another run scores, throw goes to third. Miller will sprint to second base. He's got his 3rd RBI, and Carson-Newman has erupted for 7 runs in the 4th. It's 12-1 on Miller's RBI single to center field. Jeez Louise, Carson-Newman is seeing the baseball really well in this 4th inning. 11 hits now as a team, and 7 of them are in this 4th inning. The set and Carter's pitch, and Jenkins chops it to third. Hagedorn throws it across the diamond in time, and the inning is finally over for Lincoln Memorial. They use 4 pitchers and see Carson-Newman score 7 times on 7 base hits. The Eagles strand 2, and it's 12-1 after 4. Eagles have broke this one open in a South Atlantic Conference Series opener with the Rail Splitters. It's the Eagles by 11 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. Shopseeandeagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Huge 4th inning for Carson-Newman as we welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us for the first of 3 this weekend here in Mossy Creek for Carson-Newman baseball against Lincoln Memorial. And the Eagles have broke this game open, scoring 7 times in that 4th inning on 7 base hits, and 6 of those 7 runs came with 2 outs in the frame. 12-1 game. Ryan Higgins, it took a while for him to get back to the mound, but now he's there to get ready to pitch the 5th inning. First pitch of the inning to the 9-hitter, Hagedorn, is inside for ball 1. Higgins has tossed 66 pitches, 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It's an earned run. He's walked 1, and he's got 7 strikeouts. 1-0 line for the righty, and his fastball is at the knees for a strike. Carson-Newman is one of 2 teams in this South Atlantic Conference with a 5-1 mark so far in the first 2 weeks of conference baseball. 1-1 from Higgins, runs inside, and it's ball 1, or rather ball 2. 2-1 count. Now LMU's 9-hitter. Catawba also is 5-1. They had the most first-place votes and were picked to finish first in the league. 2-1. Hagedorn checked his swing, did not go, and it's 3-1 on Higgins' slider away. Coker's the only unbeaten team, but they've only played 1 series. They swept Emory and Henry last weekend and play Lenore Ryan, who is 2-1 in the league this weekend. 3-1 is on the corner to Hagedorn, and it's strike 2, full count on Brooks Hagedorn, the third baseman who struck out in the 3rd. The righty Higgins is back onto the mound. He's got the sign from Castellana. Wines in his 3-2 home is a slider ripped to left. It's hooking toward the line, and this ball is going to hit off the base of the wall. Seth Benner is after it, and Hagedorn is going to sprint into second base. He's got a stand-up double with no one out here to start this 5th inning. Good rip by Hagedorn for his first hit and LMU's 4th hit as a team. Hagedorn extends his hitting streak to now 4 games. That's his 4th extra base hit of the year, 3rd double. And now back to the top of the order for Caston Harvey. LMU's going to have to do this quite often to try to mount a comeback, trailing 12-1 here in the 5th. Higgins overthrows that fastball outside, and it's 1-0. Higgins has fallen behind a lot against LMU's hitters so far. He's only walked 1 guy, but he's had to battle for some of these outs. The pitch count nearing the mid-70s as he works into the 5th inning. 1-0, slider at the knees to Harvey for a strike. LMU's top hitter in terms of hits and batting average is 0 for 1. He got hit by a pitch last time at the plate and grounded out to start the game in the 1st. 1-1 set for Higgins. Another slider, and Harvey pops it up in the infield. Nathan's actually got to retreat out to the outfield grass. Loses his cap, makes the catch, though, retreating back into right center to make the play. 1 away. Would have been tough for Miller and Williams, who were charging in from their outfield positions. It was Nathan that called them off and was able to get back into the outfield grass to make the catch for the first out, and Harvey is now 0 for 2. Austin Epperson has struck out twice against Higgins. Now gets a 3rd crack at Carson-Newman's sophomore right-hander with 1 away in the 5th. First pitch, Epperson drives it high out toward left. Seth Benner is backing up, still going back to the wall, and makes the catch. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back outs. A pop out from Harvey and now a fly out from Epperson. And there's 2 away in this 5th inning with Carson-Newman ahead 12-1. Carson-Newman's 7-run inning matches its most runs in an inning this season. Scored 7 times in the 9th inning against Newberry in the series opener as this ball gets into the outfield, but Hagedorn will stay put at second base. That 7-run outburst in the 9th inning. It was actually the middle game of the series, first of the doubleheader when Carson-Newman won 14-6. Eagles scored 7 times, sent 13 guys to the plate, and had 4 hits that inning. 1-0 was a breaking pitch in there to Lamatina for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 set for Higgins, and he pitches. Line drive left field. Benner diving. Did he hold on? He did. Nice play by Seth Benner in left. He records the final 2 outs of the 5th inning, the second of which was a tough one. He had to dive to make the play, and he does it to blank the Rail Splitters in the 5th. 5 good innings from Ryan Higgins, and Carson-Newman leads 12-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
We're back here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. 12-1 Carson-Newman. The Eagles have broke this game open with a 7-run 4th inning in which they compiled 7 hits and sent 12 guys to the plate in that 5th frame. And now Spencer Williams in a lefty-lefty matchup against Landon Carter takes outside to start the inning with a ball. Next offering, swing and a miss, foul tip into the glove of Mast for strike 1. Counting the 4-run second and the 7-run 4th, Carson-Newman has scored 4 runs or more 15 different times in an inning this year. On the flip side, the Eagles' pitching staff has not allowed any opponent to score more than 3 times in 1 inning. 3 balls, 1 strike on Spencer Williams, who's batting for the 4th time with Carson-Newman leading 12-1. Carter's back in the zone with a strike called on the corner, and it's 3-2. Final lines on Peyton Armour and Dylan Mayer after that abysmal 4th inning for the Rail Splitters on the mound. Payoff to Williams is into the turf, and LMU has walked a 6th guy as a team. Leadoff batter aboard for CN for the 2nd straight frame. Peyton Armour faces 4 batters. He gives up 3 hits, 3 runs. They're all earned, and he walked 1. Did not record an out or a strikeout. And now Carter in control. Got the final out of the 4th inning, and he's pitching in the 5th against now Logan Floyd. Ball 1 on Floyd. Here's the 1-0. High fastball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. And Carter wants a new baseball. First weekend here in South Atlantic Conference play where all the conference teams that are playing today are playing league games. There's been some teams playing non-conference games toward the end of February when Carson-Newman and some of these other teams that have played 2 series already in league play as Floyd takes a strike. Mars Hill is leading Catawba 8-3 after 5. So the Catawba College, Catawba Indians are trailing in Mars Hill, North Carolina, as Floyd fouls one back, and it's strike 2 with nobody out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Williams at first base with nobody out in the 5th. Lefty fires inside with a 78-mile-per-hour breaking ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back-to-back hitters Carter's had to go to a full count with. 3-2, Floyd lines it through the right side, another base hit. Second hit for Logan Floyd, Carson-Newman's 12th hit as a team. And the Eagles have their first 2 hitters aboard to start the 5th inning. Williams to second base, station to station for the Eagles. Another multi-hit performance for Logan Floyd. He's up to 23 multi-hit games in his career, and he's got 5 this year. First pitch to Tanner Kilgore is hit high into the air right side. Tough play for Epperson. He's sprinting after it, and this ball's going to land in fair territory for a base hit. Williams rounded third. He's going to go back to third. The throw goes there, and it is not in time. Well, Kilgore just hit a high fly to right near the line, and Epperson was shaded more toward the right center gap. And so it drops in for a base hit. Back-to-back hits. The bases are loaded for Nicholas Castellana. It's 12-1. There's nobody out in the 5th, and the Eagles looking to pile it on here against LMU. First pitch from Carter is a breaking ball in there for a strike from the lefty. I'll give you more South Atlantic Conference scores as we go through this game. 0-1. Outside, it's ball 1 to Nicholas Castellana, who is the only player in Carson-Newman's batting order today without a base hit. Everybody's reached for the Eagles as a team. 2 ball, 1 strike count now. Two one set for Carter. Castellana grounds it through the left side. He's got his first hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Floyd from second. The throw is up the line and gets away. Runners are going to advance. Kilgore to third and Castellana to second. 2-run single for Nicholas Castellana, and Carson-Newman leads 14-0. Kilgore to third. Williams and Floyd score. And still nobody out as the Eagles will make a change at second base. Kylan Hornbuckle will run at second base for Nicholas Castellana. So everybody in Carson-Newman's batting order has recorded a base hit after Castellana's first hit of the game. That's the second consecutive weekend that Carson-Newman has done that as a team. Third time this year that the Eagles have had everybody in the batting order record a hit. That has started in the batting order. Strike 1 to Seth Benner, who is 1 for 2. He singled in a run, part of that 7-run fourth. The Eagles have already struck for 2 runs here in the 5th, and there's still nobody out. Landon Carter misses away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Eagles have scored 10 runs or more now for the 5th time, or rather 6th time this season. Hard hit ball to second. Covered up by Chastain, and he throws to first. It's an RBI ground out for Seth Benner to score Tanner Kilgore, and Hornbuckle moves to third. 15-1, Carson-Newman on Seth Benner's second RBI of the day. Now Aiden Gibson will bat, and he has reached in 2 of his 3 appearances at the dish, and LMU's bringing its infield in here with a runner at third and 1 out. Gibson singled in a pair of runs in that 4th inning, a 2 RBI base hit, and he takes a strike. 15 runs for CN, 3rd most in a game. Most are 18 against Shorter, I think on February 4th. Another breaking ball's a strike from Carter, and he's ahead on Gibson, 0-2. Ground ball back to Carter. It hits off his glove. Hornbuckle just stands at third. He'll watch it. It's an infield single for Aiden Gibson. Hit it hard enough. 67 off the bat, and it was a tough play for the pitcher Carter to field. He couldn't make the play. Hornbuckle was smart. He just stayed at third and watched the play develop. He's at third base. Gibson now at first for Cole Nathan. Nathan will bat for the third time in the last 2 innings. First pitch is away for ball 1. Another good day offensively from CN and Cole Nathan. He's got 2 hits in this game. He's reached all 3 times in this baseball game. 1-0 inside on a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes on Carson-Newman's second baseman. (15-1) Eagles in the 5th. Here's the Carter's pitch, and it's low for ball 3. There's a strike. Carter has recorded 2 outs, the first of this inning, the final of the last inning, and allowed 5 hits and 3 runs. 3-1 to Nathan. It wasn't close to the zone. It's ball 4. Second walk by Carter. Nathan is aboard for the 4th time. And yet again, the bases are loaded. Aiden Gibson trots up to second base. Hornbuckle's still at third, and Nathan's at first as Miller takes a strike on a breaking ball at 72. Just like Cole Nathan, Trey Miller has reached in his first 3 plate appearances. A second inning double, a 4th inning walk, and a 4th inning single as he chops one to third. Nice play by Hagedorn moving to his left. He throws across the diamond, but not in time. An infield single for Trey Miller scores Carson-Newman's 16th run. Hornbuckle in to score. It's a 4-run 5th for Carson-Newman, who leads by 15. Gibson to third, Nathan to second base, and Miller's at first as Ryan Jenkins at the top of the order back to the plate. First pitch is out on the corner for a strike. Ryan Jenkins started this 16-run effort with his home runs in his first 2 plate appearances, both of which hit the top of the wall. Here's the 0-1, and Jenkins pops it up foul. Off to the right, and it's strike 2. First two career home runs for Jenkins. He's up to 14 RBI on the year as well. 0-2. Jenkins, high fly to center. Dugan comes in. He's under it, makes the catch. Nobody will tag. Everybody stays put. And there's 2 outs. Jenkins is 2 for 4 as he flies out to straightaway center. And now Spencer Williams will bat with 2 outs. Another 4-run and big inning for Carson-Newman's offense. They've got 4 runs or more in a single inning for the 16th time this year. Their opponent has none. First pitch to Williams, line back, foul for strike 1. Second straight inning that Carson-Newman will hit around. Williams began this frame with a leadoff walk. Here's the 0-1, and he lifts it softly to left. Chris Hall is shielding the sun to make the catch in left, and he does for the final out of the inning. Another good inning, though, from Carson-Newman's Eagles. They score 4 times in the 5th on 5 base hits. It's all Eagles in this series opener against Lincoln Memorial, 16-1, as we head to the 6th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
15-run game after 5 innings here in Jefferson City. Carson-Newman offensively scored the first 5 runs of this game. LMU got a run in the third on Joey LaMatina's base hit in the third frame, and then Carson-Newman went on a surge and scored 11 times over the last 2 frames in the 4th and 5th innings to open up a 16-1 lead. Remarkably enough, the 16 runs are the 3rd most in a game. Carson-Newman scored 17 times in the season opener and 18 times in the 4th game of the year. Ryan Higgins is still pitching. He's had to wait a while between his last 2 innings, though, because of what Carson-Newman's offense has done in the 4th and 5th frames. But he's back out for his 6th inning as the right-hander winds and pitches a fastball to Alex Kowalski at 89 outside for ball 1. 4 hits, 1 run. It's an earned run, a walk, and 7 strikeouts for Higgins. This will be his 80th pitch of his 5th start. And Kowalski takes it for a strike. UVA Wise is at Emory and Henry today and this weekend. Wise leads 9-3 over E&H in the 7th. 1-1. Fastball in the corner is a strike. Still 8-3 Mars Hill over Catawba. They're in the 6th inning there. There's 2 outs. Mars Hill has scored 8 times in the first 4 innings of that game on 12 hits. 2-1. Line drive to right. Williams on his horse back a little bit. Stops now and makes the catch for the first down of the inning. Williams still out there in right field with Miller. The Eagles bring Braxton Smith into the game. He's now playing left field in place of Seth Benner, as Sam Mast will come to the plate. Luke Goforth is now playing first base for Logan Floyd, and Frankie Delgado is behind the plate, catching now for Nicholas Castellana. Higgins' first pitch to Mast is a slider away for ball 1. Tusculum and Wingate are playing a series this weekend at Wingate. They'll start at 4 p.m., just a couple of minutes away. Limestone is hosting Newberry, who Carson-Newman took 2 of 3 from last weekend. And Coker hosts Lenore Rhine. Those are all evening contests in the South Atlantic Conference. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sam Mast, who has struck out twice against Ryan Higgins in this game, and takes fastball high for ball 2. Counting today's game, Carson-Newman has outscored its opponents at home 97-28. And their opponent has scored just 1 run on 5 occasions. Hard liner to right field, and Mast will fly out to Williams in right field for the 2nd out of the inning. If the Eagles can keep LMU at this 1 run, it'd be the 6th time in 10 home wins that Carson-Newman has allowed just 1 run or less to its opponent. It's not just been the offense. It's been the defense. It's been the pitching staff. It's all been clicking at the start of this season for the Eagles, who are ranked 21st and in the top 25 for the first time in 6 seasons. First pitch to C.J. Dugan is a ball outside. He's got 2 of the 4 hits for the Rail Splitters. Here's the 1-0 from Higgins. There's a fastball at 88 for a strike. Higgins can get this final out. He'll have completed 6 innings for the 4th time in 5 starts. 1-1. Runs inside. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Dugan, who singled in the 2nd and doubled in the 4th inning. Higgins has got the sign as he brings the glove to his face, winds, and is 2-1 home. Good breaking ball at the knees, and it's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 outs in the 6th inning, and Carson-Newman is out in front in this series opener with the Rail Splitters here in Jeff City. 2-2 wind for the righty. Liner foul. Hit well off the bat by C.J. Dugan, who's hit safely now in 5 consecutive games. Baseball worked its way underneath the fencing up the hill and foul ground on the right side. As for the stoppage there prior to another offering from Higgins. Another 2-2. High fly ball to left. The defensive substitute, Braxton Smith, is under it. And it's a 1-2-3 6th inning for Ryan Higgins. Back-to-back, rather, second time today that Ryan Higgins has sent the Rail Splitters down in order. He's thrown 6 innings of 1-run ball, and Carson-Newman leads by 15 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Fifth pitcher for Lincoln Memorial, and it's another left-hander. Back-to-back left-handed pitchers out of Justin Haywood's bullpen. This one's Bradrick Helton, who is set to make his second appearance of the season. The freshman from Corbin, Kentucky, made his first and only appearance of the year against Quincy on the 8th of February, 20 days ago. Recorded an out, but gave up 4 hits and 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. He's got an 81 ERA as he gets ready to pitch this 6th inning with Carson-Newman out in front, 16-1. All Eagles here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, thanks to 11 unanswered runs by the Eagles over the last 2 frames to break this game open. Lines complete on Landon Carter. He gets 4 outs in this game, an inning and a third. Got the final out of the 4th and all 3 in the 5th. He allows 6 hits, 4 runs. All 4 runs are earned. He walked 2, and he did not strike anybody out in the 12 batters that he faced. Carson-Newman will send Luke Goforth to the plate here in this 6th inning, 3, 4, and 5. This is Floyd's spot in the order. First pitch to Goforth is lined foul back to the screen for strike 1. Lefty comes set and pitches to Goforth outside for ball 1. Last year in the series opener between these two teams, Carson-Newman erupted for 14 runs. As Goforth takes a strike, and it's 1-2. The Eagles have 16 in this game. Scored 15 in a conference game against Anderson last year. Had 2 15-run performances in conference play 2 seasons ago, as this one's hit softly to right. Nice sliding effort by Epperson on that fly ball by Goforth for the first out of this 6th inning. Most runs for Carson-Newman in a conference game since 2022, when it scored 16 times against Limestone on April 1st. Chaz Crook is pinch hitting for Carson-Newman. This is Tanner Kilgore's spot in the batting order. And Chaz Crook will get an opportunity for Carson-Newman with 1 out in this 6th inning. This will be his second at-bat of the season. Breaking ball's a strike to Chaz Crook. Nothing in 1 set for Bradrick Helton, and he pitches to Crook low for a ball. The Eagles have got another pinch hitter on deck. Evan Mutter waits in the on-deck circle for what will be his 5th at-bat of the year. Hard grounder, foul by Chaz Crook, and it's strike 2. Carson-Newman is 1 hit shy of a season high. They had 17 hits in an 18-run effort against Shorter. They've got 16 hits to score 16 runs here today. 1-2 set for the lefty, and the pitch is inside for ball 2. Helton sets at the stretch, and a fly ball foul by Crook keeps this one alive. Keeps it count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and there's 1 out in this 6th inning. And Carson-Newman in front 16-1 in the series opener with the Rail Splitters. The Eagles are on their way to an 8th straight home win against Lincoln Memorial. 2-2 is inside for ball 3. Carson-Newman on its way to winning now a 9th game over LMU over their last 10 in this series, and closing in on their best home start in school history. 3-2. Pass ball high and away, and Chaz Crook is on base with 1 out. That'll bring Evan Mutter to the plate for his 5th at-bat of the year. He's 2 for 4 in a pinch-hitting effort. Mutter batting with 1 out in this 6th inning. And 21st ranked Carson-Newman in control, up 15. First pitch to Mutter is low for ball 1. Certainly, in baseball, this was a 1-game effort that Carson-Newman's put together, and LMU, who's going to fall back probably to 500 again, will be ready to roll when they head back to Jeff City tomorrow morning for a noon first pitch at the start of a doubleheader. Motors ahead 2-0. Specifically, think of that King series. King in those first 2 games in the season openers were outscored 26-5 as Mutter takes a strike, including that 17-0 round in the opener. But responded and put up a fight in that series finale, made it a 7-6 game, made Carson-Newman have to come back in that game. Certainly know that Lincoln Memorial will be fired up and ready to respond well tomorrow as Mutter fouls one back, and it's strike 2. This is Nicholas Castellana's spot in the batting order. Frankie Delgado came in as a defensive replacement in the 6th inning. Mutter pinch hits for him, and so the Eagles will have a new catcher next inning. 2-2 set for Helton. His breaking ball is lifted toward foul ground and left. Hagedorn after it, and he won't get to it in time as he sprints up toward Carson-Newman's bullpen in foul ground and can't make the play. This game is the start of a stretch where Carson-Newman will play 7 of its next 8 games here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, but this one and the next 2 with LMU, the only home conference games. They'll play Florida Southern next weekend at home, and then Lee in a midweek on March 11th. And that series with Florida Southern is shaping up to be a really good one. Florida Southern ranked 6th in the latest NCBWA poll. So you've got two possibly ranked teams facing off here next weekend. 2-2 set in the pitch to Mutter is a soft liner to short. Harvey backpedals and makes the catch on the 7th pitch of the at-bat for the second out. Two-out batters, Braxton Smith. He came in as a defensive replacement in the 6th inning and bats here with 2 outs in the 6th frame. Faces the lefty Helton. The first pitch is low for ball 1. Smith this season has made 10 starts in the 15 games. Off the bench in this game, he's made 8 starts out in left and a pair of starts in right field. 1-0's grounded sharply to short. Harvey will flip to second base, and the force is made. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Eagles leave 1 in the 6th inning. Eagles trying to run rule the Rail Splitters. It's 16-1. They need 3 outs to close out a 6th conference win this season. We're back for the 7th after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Another quality start from Ryan Higgins, something he has done in 4 of his 5 starts as a sophomore. His line closes at 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. It's an earned run, and he strikes out 7 batters for the 3rd time in 5 starts. And he gives way to Xavier Hart, who will pitch this final inning for Carson-Newman, who leads 16-1. 4th appearance of the year for the right-hander from Sellersburg, Indiana. And his first pitch gets away from Jacob Rogers, who is catching now for CN. And it's ball 1. Eagles have a new shortstop. Colby Abbott's in there defensively, and Jacob Rogers, as we mentioned, is behind the plate to catch Hart here in the 7th inning, who is inside with his fastball to Wong Shasteen for ball 2. Back-to-back scoreless innings for Xavier Hart on the mound over his last 2 appearances that have come over the last 2 weeks of the season. 4 2/3, 1.93 ERA. Breaking ball is chopped foul, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to LMU's second baseman, who is 0 for 2, or rather 0 for 1. He walked in the 2nd inning and bats for the 3rd time. 2-2 set for Hart, and he pitches. All popped up foul and out of play. Bangs into the bleachers. $16 runs on 16 hits for Carson-Newman, and they've held LMU to just 1 run on 4 hits. Ground ball left side. Gibson snares it at 3rd. Long throw, a good line drive throw. At Goforth collects, and the Eagles, as a staff, have sent down 7 in a row. First out of the 7th inning, and now Chris Hall. LMU needs 6 runs to extend the game. And they're down to their final 2 outs. Righty Hart comes set, working from the stretch, and Hall fouls the fastball back to the screen. That's the 5th ground ball out by the pitching staff. Ryan Higgins got 7 flyouts and 7 strikeouts for the other outs in his 92-pitch outing. That will certainly keep that earned run average below 1. Fastball away from Hart, and it's ball and a strike. One set, breaking ball away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the 7th in a 16-1 game. Swing and a miss by Hall, strike 2. Carson-Newman will improve to 10-0 in scoring first this season. Jenkins started it, hit 2 home runs in the first 2 frames. The Eagles led 5-0. LMU showed some life with a run in the 3rd, but the Eagles put together 11 runs in the 4th and 5th innings to put this one away. Three-two set for Xavier Hart. And Hall fouls it back to stay alive. Another 3-2 to Hall, inside and high. And the Rail Splitters break up a stretch where Carson-Newman's pitching staff had retired 7 in a row. Hall draws a 1-out walk here in the 7th frame. This is a Lincoln Memorial team that entered this game coming off a 14-3 win over Trevecca Nazarene, a team Carson-Newman beat 3-1 back on February the 8th. Rail Splitters won 14-3 to get back above 500, but have taken a step back, trailing by 15 here in the 7th inning. Xavier Hart comes set for a 0-1 offering to Hagedorn. Line drive foul, and it's 0-2 as Hart's 90-mile-per-hour fastball is fought off by LMU's 3rd baseman, who is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 5th. 0-2. Another foul ball, very similar pitch from Hart. Another fastball, another foul ball in a similar spot off to the right behind home to keep it at 0-2. Oh-2, popped up. Rogers tosses the mask away, and he looks up, and it bangs off the top of our press box. Hart set, another 0-2 here to Hagedorn. Swing and a miss. That's the 8th strikeout of the year for Xavier Hart. He gets Hagedorn swinging. Second time he struck out, and the Eagles are 1 out away to a series opening win over Lincoln Memorial. 1 out away from their best home start to a regular season in the program's modern history. We'll have to get Caston Harvey out. The best hitter for the Rail Splitters is 0 for 2 today, and he hits one sharply right to Gibson. That's the game. Carson-Newman crushes Lincoln Memorial in the series opener here in Jefferson City. The Eagles have their best home start to a regular season in the school's modern baseball history. The Eagles are up for 16 runs on 16 hits to defeat Lincoln Memorial in the series opener here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. It's the 6th time at home that Carson-Newman has held its opponent to 1 run or less, and it's the 9th time the Eagles have held their opponent to 2 runs or less. Carson-Newman's 13-3 this season and has won now 3 consecutive South Atlantic Conference affairs. The Eagles are 6-1 in the league, 13-3 overall, while Lincoln Memorial falls to 8-8 and 3-4 in the league. It's a balanced effort all around. Trey Miller, 3-hit day and 4 RBI. Multiple hits and multiple RBI for Aiden Gibson. Ryan Jenkins as well for Carson-Newman, who wins 16-1 over Lincoln Memorial. The series continues and concludes tomorrow afternoon. Tyler Katz has the call as Carson-Newman and the Rail Splitters continue and wrap up a series that starts at noon tomorrow as the Eagles try to win their 3rd conference series in a row to begin 2025. For our entire crew, Ryan Wilkes directing today. Without Jay West in attendance, Ian Johnson was our replay operator. Ian Itzi Ayala and Dayton Jernigan, our camera operators. I'm Andrew Rogers. Thanks for joining us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Tyler Katz will talk to you tomorrow afternoon as Carson-Newman defeats Lincoln Memorial 16-1 on the Eagles Sports Network.